Hi guys. So today I'm going to talk about frustration, motivation, and staying motivated. Um, I just repeated myself, I believe. So Heinz from Mexico, actually. Hi Heinz. He sent us an email where he was referring to my last newsletter, and he was asking, um, you know, how you can make sure that if you're working towards a goal, you maybe, you're unsuccessful, quote unquote, and you get frustrated, and how to prevent that frustration from, pulling you further down, and how can you actually stay motivated and maybe find even a new path or passion. And this is an awesome question and something that I've been thinking about a lot, because I've faced a lot of these situations in my life and still am. And I think, first of all, if you have a goal and you seem unsuccessful, that's not a bad thing. And I think the critical part is that you really change the way you think about success. And in order to do that, first you need to define what success means to you. And for me personally, success means, in like the most basic, way, that, I mean, when you talk about success, usually you mean that you achieve something, right? That you achieve a certain goal, that you maybe acquire something material. And by the way, isn't this most beautiful out here? I'm in Switzerland in the mountains right now, and I'm just astonished. So I hope I will be able to not be too distracted too much here. So when we talk about success, I think we first have to really find our own definition. And success usually is attached to a goal. And a goal usually is something that we put outside. So I want to get that career, I want to have that job, I want to have that car, that family, that partner. And then when we get this, we are successful. What I found really, really helpful for myself, and the problem with that is, just to go back to it, if we don't achieve that, then we find ourselves unsuccessful. And if we attach our, sense of happiness to that, then that goes down the drain along with it. So the real question I find is, wouldn't it be most amazing if you can feel successful completely irrespective of your achievements in the outside? And is that even possible? And I dare to say yes. It's not easy, maybe. It's very simple. So the question really is, if you look at your life, what is it really that you pursue? Is it really that car or that job or that career or that money? Which are all nice things, and I think it's fun to chase them a bit. But what is it really that we're after? And if you closely observe, you might come to a similar conclusion like I did. And this is that what we're really after is that we grow, and that we move in life. Because somehow this is deeply ingrained in us. It's not even a choice. It's our deepest nature that we want to grow, that we want to break, we want to shatter limitations, because it seems that maybe what the yogis say is true, that something inside of us, there's something like eternal, unlimited inside of us, and any barriers in the outside is limiting us. So we want to break these barriers. So what we're really after is that sense of growth. And so if we redefine what success means to us, instead of getting something, if we instead say success means if I grow, and how I grow, we can grow in so many different ways. We can grow in chasing something. So maybe in the process of trying to build a business, or in the process of finding that partner, or in the process of getting healthy and into shape, we grow, and most likely we do. Then what that means is that all the defeats on the past, they're not really failures. They're actually successes. Because, you know, when do we really learn? When do we really grow? It's always in the process of striving, of stretching, and of, you know, failing. That's how we grow. So by that definition, every failure actually is a success. Or let's say every defeat is a success. Failure is just a label that we use, and usually we mean something permanent with it. But you know, the temporary defeats, there are no failures, they are successes. Because first of all, if you look at all the successful people, what made them successful is probably that they were willing to fail, to be defeated more times than anyone else. Edison is the classical example, who did thousands of experiments to find out how the light bulb did not work, to figure out how it did at the end. So, you know, you find that in many cases. So that means that, you know, if we make the growth our highest priority and our highest goal, and the external things just a means for our growth, like you know, like something that we move towards because in that process we can grow, then whether we actually achieve that or not, or when we achieve that, becomes completely secondary. And so it doesn't really have to pull us down, because we feel successful on every step on the path. And I think that's the most fulfilling success, because really, if you have succeeded at anything, you know that none of that gives permanent fulfillment. It's just usually it's fun playing the game. So I would say, you know, this can completely make us undetached from external outcomes and just embrace the process of growth. And if we can make that mindset shift, then, you know, it can become a fun, joyful process in which we grow and we play the game of life. So I find this very helpful. So the question becomes really, how do you do that? How can you, you know, not forget to look at these things? And there are certain tools you can use. I might go into it in another video if you're interested in that, how you can make sure that you always remember this kind of mindset, because it's one thing to understand it once and another thing to really remember it every day. If you're interested in that, please leave a comment below, because I need to know, like, you know, how interesting these kind of things are for you. So let me know what success means for you in the comments below, and also let me know if you want to dive deeper into this and look into maybe tools that can help you to really ingrain this view, this perspective on life and on growth and on success. So yeah, I want to leave you with that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, hit the like button below, share this with a friend. It would mean a lot to me. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment, or if you are on my newsletter, just respond to the email and I will be more than happy to go into it. I can't really answer all questions, especially like practice related questions, yoga related questions. That's not the room for it, but anything that I can, I'm more than happy to respond to. And I'm always looking forward to your comments. Guys, I see you next week. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Hit the subscribe button below. I publish a new video every single week. Wish you all the best. Bye guys.